Let's talk about what your engineering journey could look like. Today, we're diving into the world of mechanical and aerospace engineering at the George Washington University. This isn't just about classrooms and textbooks. It's a path that can take you all the way to the Launchpad. So let's see how it all gets started. Just think about this for a second. What if your learning wasn't just stuck inside four walls? What if for you, a classroom was a NASA lab, or the National Mall, or even a buzzing high-tech startup? What if your campus was literally the center of the nation's capital? Well, here's the thing. Those aren't just what-ifs. At GW's Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering department, these kinds of incredible experiences, they're the real deal for students. This is a place where ambition truly meets opportunity. So where does a journey like this even begin? Well, it usually starts with a single moment, a spark of passion, a discovery, and a choice to go all in on a dream. Take Allegra Farrar's story. She was actually admitted to a different school within GW, but then she found the aerospace program and just knew she had to be there. That call she made to admissions wasn't just a simple request, it was a promise. And that's exactly the kind of passion GW looks for. And guess what? She's now doing her PhD at MIT. That kind of passion has to be built on a rock-solid foundation, right? Before you can go out and build the future, you've got to master the fundamentals. And this is where you build your engineering toolkit. You'll get fluent in the language of forces, materials, fluids, and heat. You'll master robotics, controls, and how things are actually made. These aren't just classes, they're the core principles that give you the power to tackle pretty much any problem thrown your way. And that's the whole philosophy here. It's not about learning equations in a vacuum. As Professor Matthew Rao says, what's really exciting is using engineering to solve huge, messy problems, the kind that connect with business, law, and even public health. You become an expert in engineering and something more. But let's be real, engineering is rarely a solo mission. A massive part of the GW experience is getting your hands dirty and building incredible things together. It's about forging a community and learning skills that'll stick with you for life. And when we say get your hands dirty, we mean it. I mean, just look at these projects. You could be on the GW rocket team, building a 20-foot rocket for the world's biggest collegiate competition. Or you could join the Baja team and build a tough off-road race car completely from scratch. These are way more than class projects. They're full-blown engineering operations. You know, Andrew Edzinga, who used to co-captain the Baja team, said it best. These projects teach you something you just can't get from a book, how to build a team you can absolutely, wholeheartedly trust. It's like you develop this instinct, this unspoken connection where everyone just knows what to do to solve a problem. It's incredible. And that sense of community, it doesn't stop with the Rocket and Baja teams, not even close. You've got professional groups like AIAA and ASME to connect with future colleagues, Engineers Without Borders to make a global impact, and all sorts of other amazing organizations. No matter what you're into, you're going to find your people and build a network here. Okay, so you've got the theory, you've found your team. What's next? It's time to put it all to the test in the real world, innovating right alongside the best in the business through some truly world-class research and internships. Remember Allegra? Well, listen to this. After her freshman year, she was already doing research at MIT's Lincoln Lab on a NASA program. A NASA program, and it wasn't just about the cool project. She had a mentor who really pushed her to stretch her skills. That experience, she says, was absolutely pivotal for her entire research career. And these opportunities, they are absolutely within your reach. Ariana Haven applied for a NASA internship just on a whim and got it. Next thing she knew, she was at the legendary Langley Research Center, watching her own computer designs become real physical parts for hypersonic wind tunnels. Now that is making an impact. And it's not just NASA. Our students are out there at game-changing companies like Tesla. Andrew Edzinga interned there and talked about this culture of endless innovation, where you're surrounded by brilliant people trying to solve what feel like impossible problems. You can just feel the energy. Now, we have to talk about something truly unique, an asset that no other university can really replicate. I'm talking about the location. Being in Washington, D.C. is a total game changer. I mean, think about it. At GW, your lab isn't just a building on campus. Your lab is the nation's capital. Our students and faculty are partnering directly with the Navy on decarbonization, with the Department of Energy on citywide energy systems. They're briefing committees on Capitol Hill and even doing biomechanics research with the Smithsonian National Zoo. This is deep, meaningful, hands-on work. But if you want a story that just perfectly captures the magic of being an engineer in DC, this is it. The GW Baja team didn't just compete somewhere out of the way. They got to drive the car they built down Pennsylvania Avenue. Can you imagine the pride? Showing off thousands of hours of your hard work on one of the most famous streets in the world. That's a memory you never forget. So you put all this together, the top-notch classes, the incredible teamwork, the amazing internships. Where does it all lead? Well, it all comes together to launch you into a truly incredible future. And, the proof is really in where our graduates go. They land jobs at the biggest names in the industry. We're talking Boeing, Lockheed Martin, Tesla, Blue Origin, you name it. And for those who want to keep going with their education, they're getting into top-tier grad schools like MIT. And hey, for those of you who want to get a competitive edge even faster, GW has a 5-year combined bachelor's and master's program. You can actually start taking your grad school classes as a senior, which leaves you a ton of time and money and really puts you on the fast track. And that path doesn't always lead to a huge corporation. Take Brendan Humphrey, a recent grad who knew he wanted to be a part of the change. He landed his dream job at a startup where he felt every single person could make a difference. It just goes to show, from GW, you can carve out whatever future you're passionate about. So, you've seen the projects, you've heard the stories, and you've seen the incredible Launchpad that GW provides. We really believe the sky is the limit. From here, your journey can go absolutely anywhere. The only question left to ask is, what will your story be?